Joe Hendry, the gimmick so far is what's keeping him, fresh. And it's always one of the things in wrestling where if you have something hot, get everything you need out of it. Him in the ring, again, he doesn't do anything crazy. He's kind of like
He's like LA Knight, but not
LA
as good.
LA Knight, yeah, he's like kick and punch guy. That's the best way I'll describe him. I know Jeff Lippman called him mid. I don't know if I'll call him mid in the ring. I would say he's average. He does everything right. He doesn't do anything he's not supposed to do.
There's no one on that level that is really like, if you really know the business. And I'm not saying that I do, but like I'm around indie wrestling a ton here in San Antonio. They're really bad wrestlers. Like
Yeah.
he'll go in there and like, he'll make that match a fucking, a memorable one. But in comparison to his peers on TV, he is average, pretty average. Nothing wrong with that. But, if he can use his character work to get over in the match, and he can do what he needs to do. Do I see him as like a world champion? Probably not, but you don't need to be world champion. You know what I mean? Especially in this era of wrestling too as well. You can make as much money as you possibly can and not have to be a world champion. So,
So that kind of creates a conversation that we can have. Like, not everybody has to be world champion.
exactly.
Like
Big Sick Roberts was never world champion. He was never. He never carried a title in WWE. And,
Roddy Piper, never world champion.
Yeah, never world champion. We'd go on and go on. There's tons of names in the history books, but this guy behind me, Buff Bagwell. You know what I mean? Never world champion. You know what I mean? But it's fucking Buff Bagwell. Like, you know what I mean? He's memorable, wrestler from the Attitude Era. You know what I mean? I mean, outside the first three in the NWO, like, to me, Buff Bagwell was like that next guy that was like, oh, he's always on TV. He's always there. Like him, Scott Steiner, guys like that. So, but yeah, you don't need to be world champion. If you have a gimmick and if you have something that the fans can gravitate towards as far as your character, who gives a fuck if you're winning world championships and things of that nature? Like at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter. It just matters like if you can connect to the audience, if you can, be fresh every single week, if you cut a good promo, if you have emotion, character work, that's what matters.